Hey fellow explorers, welcome to episode 228 of the TDR Now podcast. We're the first English-speaking podcast focusing on the Disney parks in Asia and other theme parks, including Tokyo Disney Resort, Hong Kong Disneyland, Shanghai Disneyland, and also Universal Studios Japan. And we're coming to you directly from Japan. You can find us over on our website at tdrexplorer.com. Also all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube, all under TDR Explorer. And I'm one of your hosts, Chris, the Chief Content Editor for TDR Explorer. And I am the one that is eating... I'm probably keeping Guzman y Gomez in business in Xpiari.
It's so good.
I probably am. And joining as always is the wonderful Patricia.
Hi guys, it's me, Trish. I take photos sometimes, especially I think the days are coming when I will upload photos again through social media on Dream Sweets Love on Twitter and Instagram. But I'm the one just enjoying this amazing weather that we're having. Beautiful sunny days. What rainy season. Hydrangeas blooming everywhere. It's a hydrangea wonderland. And I'm the one not eating because now we have to go outside again. And COVID was a rough time. Mm-hmm. I am eating. Don't worry. I'm eating. But I'm on a schedule for like what weight I have to be at by what time. And I'm doing pretty good.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but man, Guzman and Gomez is tempting because it's so good.
It is. It's, oh my goodness. I'm going to get hungry. I know every time we talk about food, it's always just, yeah.
This always happens.
Always. I'm always hungry afterwards. I'm sure everyone that's listening is always hungry too. But before we start talking about today's topic, I just want to remind all you wonderful explorers about our Patreon. If you want to support the show, you can head on over to patreon.com/tdrnow and you can help support the show. And we have different types of rewards. One of them is the $2 level where you get early access to our episodes 24 hours before everybody else. So if you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/tdrnow. Well, we're talking about Xpiari today at Tokyo Disney.
We are.
We talked about this, oh my goodness, I think back in like 2016, 2015. We did it a long time ago.
But
Xpiari changes
it's
a lot.
The shopping mall of doom. Everything closes.
Everything 6 months.
Closes.
Every 6 months there's something else closing, something else opening. It's in constant flux. This shopping mall. Do you call it a mall? Complex?
It's shopping complex, mall complex, whatever. There's shops and food. Okay. We were reminiscing the other day about do you remember when we used to have Pierre Hermé in Xpiari?
No.
Man,
When was that?
A while ago. But that was my husband's, his happy place. He would go, and his favorite was the Ispahan. It's a pastry shop. The Ispahan pastry was now he has to go to Tokyo to get it. So he still won't let that go. We had a date, a rare weekday date, because we had to be in the city for something. And he went to La Durée and he got an Ispahan there, and he was an Ispahan dessert, because they were out of Ispahan. He was so happy. But he's like, remember when Xpiari had Pierre Hermé? And I'm like, yes, sweetie. Yes, I do. No, but we've had so many, it's crazy, really big name shops, and they will disappear. We had the chocolate shop, Max Brenner. We had that fruit parlor, the Ginza one.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the name.
The fancy one, expensive,
yeah.
Parfaits, and so many things come and go. It's insane, but more good things come. So it's always kind of exciting at the same time. You know?
Is. Yeah, it's always changing. So for those that don't know, Ikspiari is Tokyo Disney's version of Disney Springs or Downtown Disney, but it's not Disney branded. It used to have the Disney
No.
name in it before, but now it doesn't.
And we'll talk about this when we get to a specific shop. They particularly want to avoid any connection to Disney.
Which is so weird.
I think it's ridiculous.
Like this whole thing should just be Disney themed. It's right at Tokyo Disney. Like, come on. It's connected to the monorail and the Ambassador Hotel. Like, it's Disney.
Maybe it wouldn't be the shopping center of doom if they would have more Disney connections other than Disney Store.
I know exactly what shop you're talking about, and we'll get to that. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
I'm like, how is this even happening?
Right? It's so silly. Anyway. Yeah, Ikspiari, it's full of shops and places to eat, and it's effectively a strange Japanese mall. There are, if I'm being honest, there are better malls out there.
There are. Not as pretty, but definitely layout-wise, especially.
The theming is nice. There's some effort put into it. You know, it's not just a big square building with multiple stories and just stores in it. No, there's some nice theming with fairies and stuff. So it was really well thought out.
It has a backstory.
Yeah, there's a backstory to it. The fairies.
The fairies.
The layout is less than ideal.
Yeah.
I think the layout has a lot to do with things closing because you just don't know where some of this stuff is, right?
And, you know, that was something that, like, I guess, like, in the concept, they're like, yeah, we want people to explore and find things. And in reality, maybe not the best idea.
When I'm hungry, I want to find that restaurant. You know, I don't want to be on an adventure to find the restaurant that I want. I just want it there. I just want to know where it is.
I'll say what they're doing now is really, really smart. That the hallway of doom on the most right-hand side.
Yes.
That what they've done, putting all like the really popular teenage things and the purikura and the really popular shops with teenagers and the chubby airlines and all of that. And of course the boba place. What's it called?
Gongcha's there.
That was like the first big change that they made to that alley of doom. And I think it's really worked for them.
I agree. Just the way it flows. Mm-hmm. You don't go over there. You go through the main entranceway, which leads you past like the Starbucks and all these other shops, and then eventually leads to the Disney store, right? Yeah. You can completely bypass the right side.
Mm-hmm. And most people do, but now since it's smart because it's not only are the teens going there now and driving business there, but it's also keeping the teenagers apart from like the other shoppers, so they can be like yeah, and taking pictures and everything, and like doing like their teen fun stuff, and it's calmer in the middle.
It's kind of weird. So I feel like when Ikspiari first opened and up until recently, they try to make it very like high end, and I'm doing air quotes. I don't know if it ever really worked, but it's not working now.
It did not work. Yeah.
They're slowly shifting it towards, I don't want to say lower end brands, but more,
I want to say high traffic.
Yeah, more high traffic brands, right? Mm-hmm. There's no McDonald's in there. There's no Uniqlo yet.
Yet. I feel like McDonald's might one day making it appear, especially with the focus on teens right now.
Teens and tourists. Once that's back, once tourism is back. Ikspiari has a lot of great places to eat, but a lot of them aren't fast.
And still a lot of them are pretty expensive compared to other train stations.
Yes, because it's more of the quote unquote upscale, more sit down type restaurants, not this in and out kind of setting that you get at a lot of train stations. Yeah. And even like the big malls like Lalaport, which is a big mall brand in Japan, where on the top floor, they have all the higher end restaurants or the more sit down restaurants. And then on the bottom floors, they have the fast food restaurants like KFC, McDonald's, and other Japanese fast food outlets. Like there's a wide range of choice.
It's pretty. I feel like that's like the norm, right?
Yeah, and Ikspiari was always leaning very heavily towards the sit-down experience, right? Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't think theme park people are going to theme parks don't really want that.
I
sort
think,
of.
and it's hard for the locals too, because like the selection is not like for casual dining, the selection is not that high, you
No,
know?
like I'm not going to be going to TGI Fridays to have a 3,000 yen meal a couple times a week. Like that's not what I'm going to do.
Uh-huh.
If there was like, oh, you know what, let's just jump into the food. Let's just jump
Are
into
we
it.
gonna do food first?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's just
let's
do
do
food
food
first.
first.
I go to Guzman y Gomez because
Yes.
number one, I think it is the best Tex-Mex chain in Japan.
Ooh,
I think it's
bold
really
words.
good. It's really good
It's really good. I love it. I love it so much.
compared to what else you can get in Japan. It is good. Obviously, if you're used to, you know, food from California
Uh-huh.
and things like that, it's okay.
I feel like Tokyo has some big competition though.
Yeah, I've been to some of them, and I don't know. Guzman just
Guzman
does
is
it for
great
me.
because it's easy. It's like you can do takeout. It's not too crowded. The flavor is good. Like everything about it is just really easy and good.
Yeah, and the price is reasonable. Like for
Fairly
nine hundred and
reasonable.
fifty yen, I can get a burrito bowl and a drink
Uh-huh.
for 950 yen, which is about $9 US dollars.
Yeah.
That's pretty good compared to next door, which is the Kuaina, the burger place.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's more expensive. Like you're spending 1,500 to 2,000 yen just for burger, fries, and a drink,
True.
which is pretty expensive.
It's a lot of food too, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of food.
I feel like Kuwana is like the restaurant where you have to split with somebody because it's too much food.
I don't think it is.
Yeah?
I don't think so. I don't know.
It's a lot.
It's more than what you would get at like a McDonald's by far. Definitely more than that.
Oh, way more. Yeah.
But I just feel, I don't know, it's just expensive. And it's not one of those places where if I want something quick, I'm not going to go there.
No,
go to
not at all,
Guzman.
because that's a sit-down restaurant. Yeah.
It's a sit down burger place. So like a lot of places just sit down, right?
And I feel like for burger places too, in the city, there's so many good burger shops and like really like gourmet burgers that for the same price. Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
If you're at Tokyo Disney and you're not going to go anywhere else, I would say I can never say it. Kueana is one of the best places to get a burger. If that's something you really, really want. You could go to TGI Fridays, but that's expensive.
I wouldn't go to TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays is very expensive.
And you're so close to the city. If you have to eat an Xperia burger, then Kuina kind of has to be it, right?
Yeah, like it's a good burger. It is. I'm not saying
it's not bad. No, it's not. It's not.
Just
it's really good. It's just that the thing is there's so much competition really nearby.
Yeah. Guzman, Chubby Airlines, which is a new addition in the last year.
I have not tried it.
So it's weird.
Yeah.
So it's fried chicken is what it is,
yes.
but boneless fried chicken. So Japan, like especially the convenience stores, are very well known for their chicken at the convenience stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I feel like this Chubby Airlines did was they took that concept, made an entire restaurant out of it, and the fried chicken is like 2 or 3 times the size of what you would get at the convenience store. So it's like it's a whole meal in itself.
I think also they kind of stole the idea. I think it's from a Taiwanese shop.
Okay.
The really big, like, juicy flats, like chicken, like the fried chicken.
Yeah.
I have to look up what the name is, but it's really popular. And I think, especially with like teenagers, and like, well, with everybody, right? Because everybody loves fried chicken, and it's like a massive fried chicken. So I think they kind of took the idea from them.
Mm-hmm. It's kitschy as well because it looks like you're inside of an airplane.
Yes, I love the design for it.
Weird.
It's so fun.
The inside, the colors are white and neon green.
Mm-hmm.
What? And they keep coming out with different types of fried chicken to try. For Valentine's Day, they had a chocolate covered chicken breast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I think recently they did something with, I want to say avocado or something like that. And then they recently did a Korean fried chicken version where they put a bunch of like the Korean hot sauce all over it. Like they're always changing the menu, which I think fits very well with the theme park crowd because, you know, theme parks, they change the offerings all the time. They keep you coming back. Chubby Airlines seems like they're doing the same concept because I find myself going back because they're offering something different I'm like, oh, they're doing this. Okay, I'm going to go try it. Oh, it's actually really good.
And it's perfect because it's like really popular food with kids that they like to share with each other, like the fries and stuff.
Yeah, they have like the really like
the long,
the Japanese festival fries, I call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, these like comically large or long fries, right? They have that, and they also offer churros for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because kids love it. Like that is the place for all the teens.
Every time I go there, it's usually full of teens, like kids coming from school or whatever. It's just smart. It's very smart.
It's so smart. It's situated across from the Purikura, and it's situated across from like the Wigo Zaka store where they sell all these accessory items. Yeah. So it's like the perfect little circle there. So
I think the way XPR has been going with all this, it's very smart. They're going from like the very high-end brands, which you still have some.
No, they're still there. Yeah.
They're offering things that aren't high-end, which is a good move.
They needed more variety. They needed that
because especially if we want to come from a tourist perspective, even me who's lived here for 8 years, I don't know what half these stores are. I'm like, I'm never going to go in this store because it looks like a store I can just find in Shibuya anyway.
I feel like they're not aiming for tourists though.
No, they're definitely not. It's definitely
not international tourists. I mean like local tourists they're aiming for, but not international.
No, definitely not. It's mainly, it looks like it's for young 20-something-year-olds that have like some disposable income to buy like these clothing, I guess. It's just a lot of clothing options, which doesn't appeal to me. I'm definitely not that demographic. But anyway, let's continue with
I found the name of the store, which I should have known because it's a lot easy. It's called Taiwan Karage. I don't think that's the original name of the store, but like, yeah, that's the name of the store, like where they brought the famous Taiwan fried chicken. That's the name of the store.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to go try that too. Okay, where are we moving to next?
Really quickly with cheaper food options, Saizeriya at Tokyo Disney.
Again, this is the place. Teenagers love it. My son's obsessed with it. He's like, let's go to Saizeriya.
It's cheap, and you know what? The food is good enough.
It is. It's not bad. You know,
it's not terrible food. It's not great food.
Nope.
But it's cheap.
Yeah,
it's tasty, and it's Italian food.
They got a good variety. That you can get anything from like you said, like from pizza to like a casserole dish to escargot. To lamb, skewered lamb. I don't know if I want
escargot from Saizeriya.
It's pretty good.
Okay, I'll take your word
for like the price, you know.
Yeah.
Cheap wine, $1 glass wine.
Oh, I've had many a night. At Saizeriya, and I've drank a lot and only spent $10. That's a cheap night out. That's a cheap night out with friends.
And then you got like all these little snacks at your disposal, right?
Exactly.
Like anything you want.
It's good.
Fried potatoes, like anything.
And their menus in English all the time. The best thing for me is their 500 yen lunch, which is like $5.
Yeah.
You get to pick from one of, I think, 8 different dishes. And, there's always like a pasta dish, a rice dish, a chicken dish. There's always something. And then you also get a salad plus unlimited soup.
Yeah.
Which for $5, come on.
It's ridiculous.
That's cheap. And there's 2 Saizeriyas. I guess one's technically not in Ikspiari, but it might as well be.
Yeah.
It's underneath Maihama Station, which is literally, it shares the same wall with Ikspiari. It's right there.
I count it as part of Ikspiari because this is in the same area. I know it's not in the the shopping
technically
mall.
It's not. Yeah. But it's right there. And most people miss it because it's easy to, right? Like it's on the first floor, the ground level, and most people are on the second level.
No, I don't think they miss it. Have you seen the line for that place?
Well, people that don't know the area definitely miss it.
Yeah.
But there's another Saizeriya that's open inside.
Oh, let me tell you a secret about that Saizeriya.
Okay, what?
That Saizeriya has a special menu item that's only in a few other Saizeriyas in all of, I think, Japan. And
what is it? What? I never knew this.
French toast.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go check this out for myself.
Go check it out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have pegged that.
Yeah. It's not in the one in Ikspiari proper.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to go on an adventure to see this. I have an Xperia, or not Xperia. I have a Caesarea that's actually down the street from me, so I'm gonna have to like do some research.
Check it out. Type in French toast and Caesarea, and you'll get the locations.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna do that. As for other places to eat, there's a Tonkatsu Wako, which is really good.
One of my favorites.
It's a chain. It's breaded pork cutlet. It's really good. Like, it's a chain. You're not going to go wrong with it. It's really tasty.
It's great. You can get, like, the sets are really nice because you can get it with sashimi and everything, and with soup and, like, little side dishes. And it's fantastic.
Yeah, Tonkatsu Wako. Another good place that I really enjoy is the Shabu Shabu Taiji Mae.
Yeah.
Maya. The Shabu Shabu is like the meat, the thin slices of beef or pork. You cook it in the broth and you have vegetables and stuff. And it's a buffet. It's an all you can eat.
You can't go wrong with those places.
Can't go wrong with that. It's really good. But you can find those anywhere. So it's not like Xpiari is special because of that.
No, but it's just an option there. Because the thing is, Xpiari... It's just like when you go there, there's only, you know what I mean? Like the restaurant selection is like, it's like really in the middle of the road. It's not like amazing and it's not like super casual.
It's just in the middle and I wish it was one or the other.
Yeah. It's like inoffensive. It's like, it's Shabu Shabu place. You know, like when you go with a family, like there's certain places like the other place, like for like if you want like meat, is they have the yakiniku place, but it's kind of like a little more high-end yakiniku. So like the thing is, like you have other nearby options. Like for example, at Shinrayasu, there's 2 Shinra restaurants and they have all Japanese beef only. And it's a really, really great choice for yakiniku nearby, right? But it's the next station over. One at Xpiari is really, really good. They even have, like, at a certain time, a meat parade. Have you ever done that?
No.
Yeah, they have, like, a big meat, and they parade it, and you can order it.
That's so weird.
So weird. But it's really, really good. But just, like, compared to other, like, yakiniku, like, Korean, Japanese barbecue restaurants, it's, like... Again, like the price is slightly higher than the more casual places you would go with your family. And also you have like Shinra so nearby that is like, it's like right like in the middle of the line, like, oh, what to do, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I wish they would pick one or the other or do what like Lalaport does. Like they have like the really fast places, like the chains, McDonald's and things like that. And then have like nicer sit down restaurants, which they already do.
I think that it goes back to, and we're going to talk about this with the other store that we talked about earlier that we haven't mentioned yet. But I think it's also about competition with Disney, because if they have like really popular casual dining nearby, people aren't going to eat at Disney. They feel probably is what the feeling I get. But what they don't understand is that most people, especially since they're not doing annual pass anymore, most people, if you buy a day pass, are going to stay in the park all day, right? They're not going to leave. So, I mean, you also have locals nearby. And I feel like a lot more locals would go to Xpiari if they offered those more casual dining options. So that's also kind of where they fail. They're like trying to walk this middle of the road and it's never really worked for them. You know what I mean?
No. Well, let's just get into the shops because we talked way too long about the food.
Oh, can we talk about really quick, is Lupicia considered like shop or food or in between?
I have no idea.
Lupicia's like, if you like tea, that's like one of my big recommendations.
I would say it's a shop.
Is it a shop?
I'd say it's a shop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's in the website. It's by under gourmet. They separate it like under food.
I don't know. I wouldn't think that way.
I wouldn't think that way either because you're not sitting in.
It's just tea.
It's weird.
But yeah, so shops. I mean, there's a Disney store there. That's a whole episode in itself. But it's a Disney store. The merchandise there is different from that of at Bon Voyage and in the park. So it's definitely worth checking out. Not much to say there. You're talking about Q-Pot, right?
I love Q-Pot.
Is that what you're...
That's what I was referring to.
Referring to?
Yes.
Okay, Q-Pot.
Q-Pot is a store. It's a jewelry store. And they also sell apparel and some other accessories. But it's mainly a jewelry store. And it's a specialty shop aimed at like young women. And it's kind of like Lolita fashion adjacent. Not quite, but it's kind of like on the border, I would say. And the jewelry is really, really fun. It's think of anything sweet, whether it's cookies or lollipops or cream, just like whipped cream chocolate, melting chocolate, and you will find jewelry made to kind of like mimic those foods done in like a really cute way. It's a bit high priced, but the quality and like the design is so nice. On the other hand, so it's kind of like guilt-free sweets, right? But on the other hand, if you go into the city, they also have a cafe where you can eat real food based off of the jewelry that was based off of or inspired by real food. So it's a great brand. I love it. If you've never seen it, go check out the website. They have so many cute things, including many official Disney collaborations. There's an asterisk there.
There's an
now,
asterisk there.
You won't find, so the store newly opened at Experia. They had been doing pop-up shops for the longest time, I think kind of testing the market to see if it would be viable to open a shop at Experia. And then they had another temporary shop where the store now where you can buy the pharmacy, right, Tomods, is now. And then they moved it finally to its permanent location, pretty much across from Guzman y Gomez, right?
Yeah.
You can find it there now. Now it has a permanent shop.
It's weird that they don't offer all the Disney stuff there.
It's not there. And it's not going to be there, ever.
That just makes no sense. The one place you think it should be.
Yeah,
it's not.
I thought the same thing. I was like, how is this? And they said they can't sell the Disney stuff there because it's too close to Disney. Which is, again, that same backwards thinking. Because the people that are at Disney are going to buy Disney things regardless. And the people that shop at Qpot are usually specifically fans of that brand. And if they do want Disney stuff, they can also go to Disney and buy it there. You know what I mean? So it's like...
Yeah. It's backwards
it's ridiculous.
Thinking. Let's say in a perfect world or something like that, there was all these like famous brands in Experia and every single one of them had some sort of Disney collaboration. You bet I'm going to be going to these places to get that stuff.
Specifically there. And then people spend money in the shopping center. They go to other places. It's such bad business. It doesn't make sense.
That's why I think we're never going to see anything Disney in the Starbucks.
No.
either.
Yeah, I don't think so either, which makes me so sad.
Because we don't have Starbucks inside the parks in Japan. I don't think that will ever happen. And it just makes me sad to think that we're probably never going to see what is it, the You Are Here line? That would say Tokyo Disneyland or Tokyo Disney Sea. They don't even need to open a Starbucks in the parks here. Like that doesn't bother me so much. It's more Experia has two Starbucks. Put in these, get a deal with Starbucks and just do it. You're going to make more money. You are. I just don't understand the thinking.
And think about it. Like, okay, let's say you buy a Starbucks You Are Here at Disney, right? That will also make you want to go to the park because you're like, oh, I have the mug. I have to go to the park, right? It's like such bad business. I don't even know where to begin, Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. How would that make me not want to spend money at the parks? Like it just doesn't, it makes zero sense. There's even a Tully's in Experia, which is another coffee shop. Imagine if they did a collaboration with Disney there or one of the other shops. I don't know, like Plaza. Plaza is a stationery. I don't even know what Plaza is anymore. It's a
Zakka shop.
It's just like it's everything for teen girls. But I shop there all the time.
Plaza's for every man. Everyone loves Plaza.
Well, they sell salt and vinegar chips. So like that's one of the only places in Japan I've found salt and vinegar chips. It would just make sense if they had like these Disney collaborations in all these places, right?
It's funny because in Experia you'll have businesses that have Experia Gente, like limited items, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, people aren't going to go to Experia generally for that item. But Disney would draw people from everywhere.
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to this part of Japan for Experia. Yeah. Like, let's be honest, we're going there for Disney. So give us Disney, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
And it's funny because they want people to make their stays longer, but that's how you do it. you have the parks, but you also have things surrounding the parks within that ecosystem that make them want to stay longer. Like, okay, so we have a day at Disney Sea, we have a day at Disneyland, we have to do a shopping day at the shopping center to do all like the Disney collaboration goods that they might have or the specific Disney shops. Like, it's like downtown Disney, right? It's nuts. It's nuts.
That's also why I don't think we're ever going to see a Uniqlo.
Uniqlo? Why?
Because Uniqlo sells Disney attire.
They can do the same as Qpot. Qpot sells like a whole bunch of Disney lines. They just don't sell it there.
Yeah, so I just don't see them opening one there, and they should, because the Gap closed, right?
Yeah.
The Gap that's right across from Expiari. That's a perfect spot to put a Uniqlo. But yeah, if we're going with like the thinking of how OLC is doing it here, maybe they're thinking, well, if there's a Uniqlo, people are going to buy the cheaper shirts and not buy our shirts from Bon Voyage.
No, but they just won't sell the Disney shirts.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. What do we mention for stores? Disney Store, Qpot, Plaza. I put Lush in here, but that's just because I like their beard wash. So I go there for that kind of stuff.
I love right next to Lush, Cuddy Seijo, which I think is only at Expiari. I might be wrong. Maybe not. They have all these different aroma and beauty products and like health and wellness stuff. All that fun stuff. Like a good place to buy relaxation goods. It's really nice. I love it.
One place that I do like is Laundry, the clothing store.
That's super
right?
fun, yeah.
Because they have Expiari Gente or limited shirts designs, and they're all Disney based.
Cool. So there's some Disney stuff,
but none of it says Disney.
Oh, because it's not official. That's
not
why.
Official. Yeah. But like you look at it, I'm like, okay, like that is Beauty and the Beast. That is Nightmare Before Christmas. That is It's a Small World. I don't know how they get away with it. But...
Well, and I mean because It's a Small World is a tricky one, right? But like going back to Qpot, so like their limited items are also like Disney-esque, right? You have like an Alice in Wonderland theme line, and you have like a line of like a cookie that's shaped like Minnie's ribbon with polka dots, but it's not Minnie's ribbon, but it looks like it.
That stuff is hard to go after. Like
you can't, because you can't copyright polka dots, and you can't Alice in Wonderland, anybody can use it. So, but the colors are very Disney's Alice in Wonderland, that light blue, Yeah,
very much.
So it's kind of interesting. So you see that, you have to look around for it. So you mentioned Plaza. You mentioned, did we mention another? We mentioned another Zaka shop, I think. And
Asako?
Yeah, that one's great. Like Asako together with 3 coins. I don't know if it's like a special version of 3 coins, but it's kind of like a little bit more expensive than a hyakuen shop.
Yeah, it's 3 coins, meaning 300. It's 300 yen.
Yeah,
because 100 yen comes in like one coin, 100 yen. So 3 coins is 100 or 300 yen. So it's like 3 coins. That's a brand, right? So everything's like a little higher end, better quality. Than Daiso, and they usually do a lot of collaboration stuff.
They do. Yeah, they have some fun stuff.
Right now they're doing Doraemon.
Yeah.
And Banksy.
They do everything. I've seen everything. I've seen Kimetsu no Yaiba. I don't know if they've done anything with Disney or not. Sailor Moon they've done.
I've never seen Disney. I've always seen everything but.
I want to say they did Toy Story, but I might be wrong. Pokemon they've done.
They've definitely 100%, done Pokemon, yeah.
Several times. Super popular, and it sells out like really fast.
So that's a good place to check out in Expiari.
Great for fun souvenirs too, right? Zaka shops. What about Eats Demo?
I never go in there. It's in a weird spot for me.
I think that's one of the only, there's very few Expiari originals. I want to say that's one of the Expiari originals. I could be wrong. And it's like a Zaka shop. They have makeup, clothing, snacks, kind of like Plaza, but like a little bit girlier, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
But similar things that they sell there. Stationery, all that good stuff.
Yeah. No, that's a really good way to describe it. It's very pastel color.
Very pastel color.
Very pastel, yeah. Whereas Plaza's kind of like more bold colors and just like more fun things. Plaza's a little more fun, meaning like they'll have t-shirts of like Gremlins or like a horror movie or Sailor Moon and stuff. Whereas It's Demos like, oh, here's this cute Kirby line or this cute Pikachu line. Like it's kind of cute, adorable things. Whereas Plaza's more, I don't know, it's fun. Here you go.
I think Plaza's a bigger demographic.
Yeah.
They're both good in their own ways.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I'm trying to think. I think there's one more. Oh, WeGo. WeGo also has a Zaka shop in the teen zone that they have now. So they have a clothing shop on the second floor in the interior of Expiari, and then the Zaka shop, same stuff, all the accessories and clothes and snacks and goods is like right next to Chubby Airlines.
And lots of good stuff in Expiari.
And if we're looking at the original stuff, like the original stores, I think there's maybe one other store left, which is the card shop, the collectible shop.
Oh, the one that's right beside the Shinsedo, the CD store.
Yeah,
like
maybe that and the watch shop might be originals to the place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't mention that the Shinsedo is if you want Disney CDs, they sell pretty much all of them there.
Yeah, they have a pretty good amount.
There's a bigger selection there than inside the parks. Inside the parks is more like more recent stuff, whereas Shinsedo will have the recent plus stuff from years ago.
That's a really good point.
So if you're looking for something specific, Shinsedo and Expiari may have it because they have a big selection, and they also carry the Blu-rays of like all the different box sets they have for the entertainment at the resort.
True, yeah.
Whereas inside the park, they usually don't. Oddly enough, like they may have one or two that is maybe within the last year that's been released, but they don't always do these really big box sets every year.
Yeah,
so like
that's a great place to go.
Some years they have these gigantic best of compilation like Blu-rays of past shows. I've only really seen them in Shinsedo because I think like the last really big one was probably from 2014, I want to say, and it has like the best shows. You know, I don't even know how many decades it went over, but it was a lot, and it's like a $250 box set.
Yeah,
and I've only ever seen it at Shinsedo. It was in the parks for a little bit, but now it's obviously not there anymore.
Right.
But Shinsedo does carry it. Like, why I know that is because I looked like 2 weeks ago and it was there. I might buy it. It's expensive. It's like $250 some. It's not cheap. We've talked a lot about Expiari. There's a lot to do.
There is. And I know that people might be averse to, going and looking through all those nooks and crannies, but there's a lot of really interesting things to explore.
I forgot to mention Natural Kitchen.
Yes, the 100 yen shop that's like, it doesn't feel like a 100 yen shop.
It doesn't look like a 100 yen shop. It looks like it should be expensive.
It does.
It's very rustic. It's a
so great.
Rustic kind of feel. Everything's like wooden or like white steel, or not steel, but metal, like that rustic look. It looks like it came out of a Kelly Clarkson music video.
It's so fun. Yeah.
That's a good place. Like I bought a lot of my kitchen stuff from there. For
sure. It's like, and the stuff that you'll find is endless, and so just explore and check out the website, because like we said, things are always rotating and changing out. So who knows what's going to be new? Who knows what's not there anymore? Just keep checking the Expiari website. And it does have an English version as well.
Yeah. Well, before we go, explorers, we're going to thank some wonderful explorers who are supporting us at patreon.com/TDRnow. So a big thank you to Acro Disney Girl, Adam, Amanda C, Amy B, Amy C, Mama Explorer, Benjamin, Brent M, Carrie, Claire, Claudia, Dave, David, Emily Baker, and Kevin.
And thank you to Jamie, Jose, Kathy, Lee, Marie H, Michael, Murray, Sophie, Spoopy, Thomas, Kay, Alexandra, Lizzie, Amy and Andy, Eli, and Dina.
And remember, rate and review us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever you get your podcasts from. And if you have any questions for us, send them to us either on Twitter, to either me or Trish, or you can send them directly to us, contact@tdrexplorer.com. And you can find us over on our website, tdrexplorer.com, and Facebook, Twitter, all those places. And I'm one of your hosts, Chris, the Chief Content Editor for TDR Explorer. And if you're ever looking for me, I'm probably at Guzman y Gomez. And joining as always is the wonderful Patricia.
I am the one enjoying those guilt-free sweets at Q-Pot. I'm living for it. It's amazing. You guys, whenever you come, or if you're just planning a dream trip in your head, keep exploring, and we're looking forward to talking to you again soon.
All right, explorers, until next time.